Hello guys. So in this video we will look at various operators that are present in Python programming language. So let us look at all the Python operators that we have in and we can utilize for solving the problem statement. So first I'm going to list down all the operators that are present in Python programming language, and then we will look at each example and how it works. So first we have arithmetic operator. So these are used for performing arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction and so on, as the word suggests. And then we have assignment operator. So these assignment operators are useful for assigning some values. Then we have comparison operator. So these operators are helpful in giving the relationship between two operands, or it has to give some comparison difference between two given values or operands. And then we have logical operators, which is used to combine two or more expression or conditions. And then we have identity operators. With that we have few extra operators in Python, which I'll be explaining in a while. It is known as membership operator and also bitwise operator, in which operation is performed bitwise bit, right? Now, so coming to the first one, arithmetic operator. So the operators that are present for arithmetic operators are basically, let me just list it down here. So for arithmetic operator, we have operators like plus, minus, star, divide and modulo operator, and also we have a float division value. So given plus, it's very simple and straightforward example for your addition. So for addition, this is a straightforward example where you have two numbers, 9 plus 1 is equals to 10. We have 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So you see that this plus operator, what we are using here, is to perform arithmetic operation between two operands. So henceforth this is an arithmetic operator. So on we can perform subtraction, multiplication, division. Now modulo operator is used to give the remainder. So if I write 5 divided by 2, so I'm going to straight away get 2.5, but I want to get the remainder part. That is, in actual, if I divide 5 by 2, so it is going to be 2 as my quotient and 1 as my remainder, right? So to get this remainder part, we will be using this mod operator. So if I say 5 mod 2 in any programming language, it generally means 1. That is nothing but it is returning the remainder. And float division is nothing but basically a simple division, but it is going to ignore the remainder, or it is going to ignore the fractional part and going to return only the quotient. So if I say 5 float division 2, it is just going to return me 2. It is going to ignore the float part or the remainder part. So this is the example for your float division. So these are set of operations we can perform using arithmetic operator. Now going to the next one, which we had assignment operator. So assignment operator, as the name suggests, assignment operator, it is used to assign some value. So we have to store some value in a variable, right? So in that cases, it is used to assign some values to a variable. So the first and the most basic or assignment operator is your equal to operator, where you simply use this to assign a value. So let us look at an example. So I say a is equals to 6. So this is a neat example for your assignment operator, where you have a given value and you're assigning it to a variable using an assignment operator. Now later, various arithmetic operators are involved, where we try to do arithmetic operation and then try to update it into a variable. Say for example, a value is 6 and then I'm saying a is equals to a plus 1. So you see, first I'm performing arithmetic operator and then I'm reassigning a value using assignment operator. So in such cases, there is a shorthand notation created. So we call it shorthand notation, or you can say you can say the shortcuts, you can say basically. So the operators for shorthand notations are plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to, divide equal to, and modulo equal to, and so on. So this actually means nothing but if I say a is equals to a plus 1, I can write this in terms of shorthand notation as a plus equal to 1. So this both are same and both are definitely valid. So same example for minus, instead of saying a is equals to a minus 1, I can say a minus, okay. So I can say here a minus equal to 1. So this generally both means the same. This is exactly the same. So these are example for your assignment operator. So now let us look at the next operator, that is your comparison operator. So we use comparison operator, as the word suggests, to do some comparison or to find a relationship between two operand. Okay, so the basic relation or comparison operators are greater than, lesser than, greater than equal to, lesser than equal to, and for equal to we have two symbols, equal to, right, and not equal to. So these are the basic comparison operator which we use to compare two values. Say for example, is a greater than b, is a lesser than b, is a greater than or equal to b, is a lesser than or equal to b, or is a equal to b, or is a not equal to b. So all these are example for your comparison where you are comparing two operators. Now very important part, comparison and relation operators, given this expression, it always returns only true or false. So it cannot return anything else. For example, in arithmetic operator, it used to return and some result. So if I say 1 plus 3, it is going to return and result 4. But in comparison operator, that is not the case. In comparison operator, it is only going to return either true or false. That is, given this comparison, whether is this comparison true or this comparison is false. These are the only possible outcome of this operator. Now we have next operator, that is our logical operator. So how does this logical operator actually work? So logical operator is used to combine two or more expression in a given line. Say for example, I want to compare a greater than b, and also have to compare at the same time that b is greater than c, something like this. Okay, so if both the expression I have to compare at the same time, and both the expression are related, these are not two independent conditions, then what I have to do is I have to use one of the logical operator. So we have three logical operators. We have logical AND, logical OR, and we have logical NOT. So and we can use one of these. So what happens if we use AND? So once we use AND to connect these two conditions, then it is compulsory that both the conditions should be true for the overall condition to be true. Now if in the same case, if I would have used an OR, so in OR, either a greater than b or b greater than c, either of this condition would be true, then my entire statement would be true. So either of the statement in this would be true, my entire statement would be true. And NOT is just the complement. So if I say NOT of true, so that is nothing but equal to false. So NOT is nothing but it's just the complement, or you can say it's the reverse of whatever is the condition. So these are example for some of the logical operators what we have. So next let us look at identity operator and membership operator and how does it actually work. So next we have identity operator. So this is very important. We have identity operator. Basically the is keyword, or you can say is keyword, is known as your identity keyword. So this is basically used to return if it returns true or false. Very important, it returns only true and false, and it returns true if both the variable is same object. So given two different object, consider x is an object and y is an object. So if I have to compare this both object, then I would use the keyword a. So I would say is x is y. If this is true, then it is going to return entirely true, or else it is going to return false, right? So to compare such operators, we will be using identity operator, that is. Next we have membership operator. So in this membership operator, we have an keyword in that we use, which is a membership operator. So in keyword is basically used to check if a particularly data or value what is given is present in an object. okay, but that object should be in some sequence, it should be in some continuous sequence, right? So for example, if I give is a present in apple, so yes, a is present in this given sequence of value, that is apple, so this will return true, right? So this is example for the membership operator. So next we have bitwise operator, where we perform operation bitwise bit. So as the word suggests, we perform operation on bitwise bit. So in bitwise operator we have bitwise AND, we have bitwise OR, we have bitwise XOR, we have NOT, left shift and right shift. So this is for AND, this is for OR, this is for NOT, sorry, this is for XOR, this is for NOT, and this is for left shift, and this is for right shift. So you can see wherever the chevron is pointing, you can say it's that side shift. So you can see the chevron is pointing sharp towards your left side, so it's a left chevron. If the left shift, if the chevron is pointing towards your right, so you can say it's an right chevron. So these are some bitwise operators that we have to perform operation bitwise bit. So let us look at an example. So consider I have 8, which in binary is written as 100, and I have 5, which in binary is written as 0101, right? Now if I say 8 bitwise and 5, how it is going to work? So it is going to take AND product of bitwise bit. So 01 will return me 0, 00 will return 0, and so on, I will get 0. So if I'm going to do 8 and 5, I'm going to get answer as 0. If I do 8 bitwise or 5, so how this is going to work? So if I do bitwise OR, so in OR we know that if any one of the condition is true, then the entire statement is true, or the entire expression is true. So here 01 gives me 1, 00 gives me 0, 01 gives me 1, and 1. So if I do 8 bitwise or 5, it is going to definitely return me, basically this is 8, 12, 13, it is going to return 13. So this is how to perform operation bitwise bit. Every bit is considered and performing operation, we use bitwise operator. So these are some of the examples of your operators.